Hi, welcome back to another episode of Shade and Champagne with your hosts, Lily and Crystal. As you know, we have a casual talk with millennial entrepreneurs and professionals navigating life and leisure. And today we have a personal friend and fellow creative, Darrell Evans III, getting bubbly with us. So he's been working on his luxury clothing line and brand for some time now and is finally ready to spill. So Darrell, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
The young God himself in the flesh. My name is Darrell Evans III.
Not
I
the
am
young
a,
god, though.
I am, come on now, I'm a fashion designer, graphic designer, and most importantly, critical thinker.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
It's
you
giving
got to problem
Capricorn.
solve sometimes. I don't jack that Libra game.
Oh, this is your Libra Sun Cap Moon. Right. Tell us about your creative process and the willingness to start over, right? We know you have had a journey in finding the right fit in terms of what idea to solidify as your brand.
For sure. So, I feel like I'm someone who I create from a place of want and desire. So and not only that, but from life experience as well. So if life brings me into a certain point, then I feel like if that, like, wherever I go in life, if that doesn't mesh well with like my brand direction or like the brand as a whole, as you guys know, then I have no problem being like, okay, we cannot do this. Let's scrap everything and I'm starting right over, because if it doesn't resonate with me, then I can't do it. Like I don't want to like force something on anyone that I don't personally resonate with, because it's like I feel like as an end consumer, especially me myself, I can tell when someone's just trying to sell me a product that they don't actually believe in. So I don't want to be that person that's just trying to sell someone a product that I don't personally believe in.
That makes a lot of sense. And I totally understand what you mean, because as an artist and owners of the Culture Candy, Crystal and I do see a lot of artwork that we do have to evaluate, or artists that are more so creating to sell instead of creating to share. And
Sure.
You can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah, for sure. I know for me though, like, I don't know, like sometimes I have a hard time starting over, like, especially if you poured yourself into this one project and then all of a sudden you're like, you wake up the next day and you're like, I don't think I like it anymore. And it's like, dang,
Right.
I know it can be like a frustrating process.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, I feel like, oh, this might be toxic to even to say, but I feel like it's fun starting over. Like, it's because it's like, especially, sometimes I feel as creatives, we tend to get hung up on like, oh, like this is my one great idea, but it's like you're gonna have a million and one great ideas. Like, you don't have to like just stick to that one. And then that process of like, okay, let's start over, and it's like, oh, you putting, okay, like, let's say if it's building blocks, like, let me not put this one on the top this time. Let me try to stick it in the middle and let's see where, like, it's just
Right.
that little process just like really invigorates me.
Yeah, that is a very fun process. I totally understand and agree with you, because
And it's not toxic at all. My bad. Sorry for
yeah,
cutting.
I don't think it's toxic. No, you're fine. Because I don't think it's toxic. I think that's a good point. I don't think it's toxic to find joy in starting over, especially as a creative, specifically as a creative. So I think it's a totally fine thing to say. Yeah.
Right. It's not like you married and you're like, damn, this is my third wife. I got to start over at this point because, expiration date.
Right.
Hey man,
Don't
that's how
forget
the
to plan
relationships
it
be looking
now.
for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God. All right, Nick Cannon.
Right.
Chill. No kids.
So this episode is called Personal Space, right? So why did you choose Personal Space for your upcoming brand release or name, and what does it mean to you?
So like I said before, like I feel like I need like a brand that like resonates with me with every step in life, essentially. So the brand before was She Loves Me Not. And She Loves Me Not came from like I was gonna say a really dark place, but it's really not that deep. Like, it was a girl, she blocked me on everything, still has me blocked on everything to this day. If you ever
Dang.
listen to this, Winter, I miss you, baby. Come back to me. Nah, joke. But, half joke. But
I was gonna say, sounds like some truth into it.
but so when She Loves Me Not, like I felt myself coming into a space where it was like, okay, it was cool, like the entire concept was cool, but what really got me was my friend Bro Nigel. He had me designing his album cover, and he had a couple songs on there. He had one song in particular called Prison, and this song, he sent it to me before, and then when he sent me the new track list, it was renamed to Prism. And I was like, oh, I never heard Prism before. He was like, oh, it's Prison. I just renamed it because I felt like prison was too negative of a word to have on the album. And as soon as he said that, like it sent like shockwaves through my body. Like I was like, yo, like just a genius and thought to like have that much attention to detail to be like, I don't even want to associate this kind of negativity on my album artwork. I don't want you. It's just like, and then She Loves Me Not is something that's rooted in negativity. It's like, oh, okay, like she blocked me or whatever. So like, let me change my whole brand to, oh my gosh, like I'm heartbroken and this, that, and the fourth. And then the Band-Aid boy, he's beat up. And it was just, even though that logo is so fire, I love that logo with all my heart. I might do something with that later on down the line. But I was like, I have to change it to like, I have to change it. So in the process of changing it, I'm like going back and forth on names, this, that, and the fourth. And I settled on a name that I will not disclose because I feel like the name is super trash. But at the time, I was so excited just because I got away from She Loves Me Not. And I was telling my circle, and I'm like, oh, like this is what I'm gonna do, XYZ. And shout out to Waji, my best friend. Like he's been here through all of my brand iterations, and he told me straight up, yo, that name is trash. And I did not want. I was not trying to hear it. I'm like, nah, you don't understand the concept because this, that, and the fourth, and and like making all these excuses. And he's like, yeah, but it's still trash. Like it's like if that's what you're doing, you just go back to She Loves Me Not. And I'm like, dang, like if Waji not fucking with it, I know because I know like he gonna keep it a buck with me. So if he's not messing with it, then I'm like, okay, gotta go back to the drawing board. For a little bit, I was like, all right, let's just do She Loves Me Not. He was like, oh, he's a really big fan of She Loves Me Not. He was like, don't even change it, like just leave it. So I'm like, all right. Right before I was doing a product, that I was gonna actually share it, but I don't want nobody to steal my idea. So I'm gonna, because I might still do it for She Loves for Personal Space rather. But I was doing a product for She Loves Me Not, and the process of doing it was gonna cost me like $5,000 to like get a specific thing done, like so that I can print the rest of them or whatever. And the night I was going to pay the lady, I'm like sitting here trying to change it to some like just trying to like. I always had the space concept in the back of my head because the first brand I was ever going to create was called Black Astronaut, and I never actually launched that. So I always had the space concept in the back of my head, and then I was trying to combine the love aspect with the space aspect. So then I'm like on the iPad just like making names like, oh, Lovers and Stars and this, that, and the fourth, and I was trying to figure out a way to like have the She Loves Me Not fit into the space. Like, I was still trying to make it like even though I just said I didn't want it to be negative, I was still trying to make it negative. And I'm like doing like dead space and all of this kind of extra stuff. And then it dawned on me, it was like, oh, personal space. And I'm thinking about it, and it's like, okay, personal space is something that it applies no matter what aspect of life I'm in, whether I'm married with 10 kids or like whether I'm alone and nobody loves me, like like at no point in time will I not want my personal space. So I feel like this is something that is always going to resonate with me. And then the concepts that I have is just like, or not even have, like just from the name alone, it's just so vast. You can do so many things with it. It crosses so many, it covers so much ground rather.
That's dope. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think it's something that everyone can relate to, personal space. I really like that. And then also with keeping your products close to your chest, I want to say, or close to the vest. I totally understand what you mean, right? Because at developmental stage creatives, right, we have a lot of ideas and things that we put a lot of work and originality into and we put out there. And then there's people who get inspired, and whether it's conscious or not, they adapt and assimilate those ideas, and it doesn't allow you to gain the space or credit between yours and theirs at
No,
that
for sure.
stage. So it's
I mean,
very
we could keep it a
important.
buck. It's people that be like straight up biting. Like we could keep it a
I
buck. We don't gotta.
I
I'm gonna
agree.
call it what it is. stop.
Well, it is
Like,
shade and
stop
champagne.
stealing that. Stop
Right.
stealing ideas. It's like, and then especially like if you're gonna, it's okay to get inspired by another creative because like we all do that. Like, it's damn near almost impossible to like really have like an original idea that didn't come from somewhere else. But just like if just credit it, especially if you're not gonna pay homage or like just if you stealing the idea straight up, you have to credit it. It can't just be, oh nah, I like what you're doing. Let me get that and I'm gonna take it for myself. Like that's some white people. Oh, can I say that? Never mind. That's not politically correct. All right, I'm out.
And to even look at it like She Loves Me Not brand, like, nowadays heartbreak sells. Like when it comes to like a Summer Walker album, or even like let's look at Adele. Like she is where she's at because someone broke her heart, someone blocked her, someone divorced her. So, it doesn't hurt to kind of like sit on your creation for a while and let it, age like wine, and then you wait for that right time. I should say. I said what? Damn it! Why am I saying white? That
Daryl got to talk about white people on here.
into my language, but
It's about
it
to get
doesn't.
real civil rightsy up in here.
It doesn't hurt to wait until the right time to release it also. And you've been talking about it for a while now.
For me, it's not necessarily about like what sells the best. It's about what makes me personally feel the best because it's something that I want to do with the rest of my life. So I can't be like sitting here like looking at, okay, this sold XYZ and this sold this, that, and the fourth. So I got to make sure I do more of this. It's like it's not about that. It's like, yeah, this might have not sold the best, but I had fun putting this product out and doing an activation for it and just like expressing my imagination through this. And at the end of the day, like, of course, like you still want your stuff to sell because it's a business, but it's creative first for me always. Creative comes first before anything.
That makes total sense, and I really respect what you're saying. And appreciate that because I have similar feelings towards things I put out, and it's like, did I enjoy this process? Sometimes things pile up so quickly in terms of opportunities, and it's just like, did I have enough time to put out something that really speaks to me and my creativity and what I want to produce passionately, or did I just have to do this because they gave me such a cramped timeline? So I really
Right.
understand and respect what you're saying. Yeah. So is there anything you can tell us about personal space? Like, is there any tea you could give us in terms of when we can expect a release date or a launch date or any type of teasers, any drops? Let us know.
We don't want the tea. We want the
Okay.
coffee. We want the champagne.
We want
We
the champagne.
want the shots. Give it to us
Okay,
straight.
so um I was planning on doing a soft launch. So I have a product that I created that I was trying to launch this. I was like my initial goal was to launch in May. And like clearly now it's August. Like I was gonna do a soft launch and launch this one product. But for some reason it's like the universe does not want me to put this out. I don't know what it is. Like everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. But the product is now en route, like as we speak. So I'm gonna try to launch this month and do my soft launch. But as for album one of Personal Space, I will have the album release party is gonna be September 17th.
Oh, okay. We finally got a release party date.
Yep.
Is there any significance in that date? That's my dad's birthday, so I think it's a good date. Um, but is there any significance in that date? Why September 17th? Because isn't your birthday, I think, 10 days after?
Oh no, my birthday is 6 days after the 23rd.
Oh,
So
six. Okay.
um literally the like it's no real significance in it. I just wanted to make sure that it was out before my birthday because I want to go away for my birthday and I didn't want to go away and be thinking like, dang, like now I got to come back and like this, that, and the fourth. I just wanted to go away and enjoy my birthday. I want to come back and like, okay, let's ship these orders out.
I was thinking though, like maybe you've been like reaching all these roadblocks, possibly because I'm not there. So, the universe is telling you to wait until Crystal comes back to New York. I'm just saying.
It's a strong possibility.
I know. Thank you.
I mean, I could believe it. I could see it. But the only thing is like if it was really that deep, then Crystal would, she would come back to New York on the 17th and come party with us one time for the one
Oh
time.
my gosh. You know what? Just for that, I hope it gets pushed back another month.
If it get pushed back another month, I'm launching in spring. I'm like, okay, it wasn't
God.
meant to be before.
So you mentioned that you didn't want to come back to like having to do, extra work. Like you just want to come back and be able to just ship. So where are you going for your birthday?
Oh,
Right, that's
so
what I wanted to know.
If we could ask.
I'm still decided. It's up in the air right now. I'm either gonna do Hawaii or Costa Rica. I'm not sure which one.
That's
Oh,
very nice.
oh, both suit you really well. It's like
Yeah,
a nice
flued out. You heard?
I got an Instagram caption for
exactly.
you. If you do Hawaii, I have an Instagram caption for you. If you do choose to post a photo, because we know you're zero posts. But a nice photo would be fire with the caption, "I'm not Hollywood, I'm Honolulu." I feel like that would slap. So,
Right.
just for the people who don't know the reference of the album concept that you're doing, because it is a fashion line, can you
Right.
just explain it so that they understand what we mean when we say the album release party?
Okay, so it's a pretty simple explanation. Instead of calling my collections, I'm gonna call all the collections albums because I want to frame my brand as hip hop luxury and hip hop because like that's the culture that I personally grew up in, and that's the culture that got me into fashion in the first place. Whether it's Sean John, Rockaware, Kanye, Pharrell, Swiss Beats, like whoever you can think of, like ASAP Rocky, like or like all of these individuals that like I paid attention to growing up, being inside of hip hop culture. Um, I just want to pay homage and wear that hip hop badge on my back and wave that flag. And it's like, because a lot of people, like, I feel like tend to shun that word hip hop. It's like almost like, especially in high fashion, like a lot of people like look at like saying hip hop as like being called nigger. Like, oh, no, I'm not hip hop. I'm this, that, and fourth. It's like, no, like I am hip hop. Like that's exactly where I come from. And you're going to know it every step of the way. And I feel like the best step is, collection instead of collection. Let's call it an album.
I love that. I love that because I'm also someone who really embraces hip hop culture and wants to put it on the pedestal it deserves to be on. So I totally appreciate that.
Completely. And since you just mentioned that you like grew up in hip hop culture, we want to know like what is a versus that you would want to see and who do you think would win?
A versus I would want to see.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Uh, a versus I would want to see. I feel like right now the marquee matchup would probably be, especially after the Tiny Desk performance. I feel like the marquee matchup right now for versus would be Chris Brown and Usher.
Oh.
That would be
And
sick.
I feel like that's a toss up, like who will win. Because like versus is so much like that goes into it. Like you have to be both people have to be completely prepared because preparation is everything in versus. If you can go first or like you can go last rather, and if the first person is prepared and you're not, like you getting smoked out the gym. We've seen that with the Locks and Dipset, and the Locks they was ready for everything. I'm like, okay, because I'm somebody who thought Dipset was gonna smoke the like wipe the floor with them. I thought it was over. I'm like, why are we even doing this? But we saw what happened with that. So I feel like if both people are prepared, it low key depends on who's going first because you get the response record. Like whatever I play, you get to respond to it. So that's why I feel like Chris Brown and Usher, it's like a toss up. It literally like it's a coin toss.
Oh, I mean, like, I feel like Usher got one ahead ever since he was on Versus saying, watch this. So, 5 points ahead. But okay, I heard that. Wait, who do you think would win, though? Oh, wait, you just mentioned whoever goes first.
Yeah, it's a toss
Dang,
up because
that's
I can't
hard.
choose. Like me personally, we were actually me and my friend Tislam, we were actually gonna do like a versus because we've done verses before. We did 50
Ja
Cent
Rule
versus
and
Ja
50.
Rule, Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I was Ja Rule, and my friend Lutrin was 50, and I bust his ass because he was talking spicy on Ja Rule, like, oh, he don't got no. I
Damn.
was like, all right, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you exactly what he got. But me and Tizline was supposed to do Chris Brown and Usher, and we've been saying we was going to do it for the longest, and I was going to be Chris Brown. So I guess the fact that I was going to be Chris Brown, I would have to go with Chris Brown winning, just because I don't lose.
Oh my God.
Ooh, say that.
All right, I hear that. I would love to
So,
see that also, though. Chris Brown versus Usher.
yeah. Yeah. I want to see the dances too.
Right. Since
Facts,
Darrell Evans does not
facts.
dance any longer.
He still dances. He's just not recording it.
Right. I
Facts.
need
Nah,
I need
I
me
be
she
in these
love me
parties
not
getting crazy.
I need me she love me not Darrell Evans, not personal space Darrell Evans. Because she love me not was the one that used to dance.
Nah, it's the evolution.
Oh my
This is the
gosh.
evolution, right? So on the topic of hip hop, obviously this kind of question comes up, right? So do you have a top five, dead or alive?
Dead or alive. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let go.
that's yeah. So um, I'm just gonna do alive because I feel like doing dead or alive kind of takes away from the artists that are living today. Like especially like in the creative community, we like tend to put a lot of emphasis on people who are passed away. And then don't get me wrong, they're great and everything, but like there are a lot of great artists alive and breathing today. So um all right, obviously number one, like if you know me personally, you already know it was no choice but Drake. Come on now. Like he gotta go one. Um and then four, like 2 through 5 switches all the time. So right now I would have to say all right, we start with Drake, then I go J. Cole because he's been like on a crazy feature run. Like everything he touches is just like Jesus Christ. Like you don't miss.
He's fire,
Uh
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
we going based off today. Andre 3000 will forever be in my top five. Like I don't care. Like if he never drops another album ever again, like he will always be top five for me. A lot of people hate when I put this man in my top five, but come on now, Free King Slime, Young Thug is definitely top five for me. Um, and then what did I do? Four? I said
Yeah, you did
Drake,
4.
Cole, Three Stacks, Thug, and then the fifth slot is a good one. You know what? I'm gonna take Andre 3000 out just because I want to do like people who are active, like and like I even though I love
Oh,
3000 like all my heart, but I want to do people who are active. So I'm gonna take 3000 out. I'm gonna put ASAP Rocky because I've been listening to ASAP Rocky a lot lately, and me personally, I feel like out of this generation of like artists, like with the Drakes, the Coles, the Kendricks, the Wale's, whatever, Big Sean, like I feel like he has the best like 4 album run out of everybody, like hands down to me personally. So I'll throw him in there, and then at 5, I'm either gonna do. Oh, this is so hard. This is so hard. Uh, because I could go like Griselda. I could go Tyler. I could go. Ooh, it's so many people.
I thought your favorite rapper was what's his name? Lil Nas.
Oh my God! Don't,
Let
like,
me
do
stop.
not, do not drop it. Yo,
Let
I
me
hate y'all
stop.
so much, bro. I really hate y'all so much.
how did we come up with that inside joke? I don't know how that came about.
It was
Yo,
Kai.
it's because of
It
Kai.
was
I don't know where
hot.
like he got this from. Like he just, dude, because he knows that I do. Like I used to like I don't hate Lil Nas X. I just don't like being manipulated into something, and I can see like manipulation from a mile away, and I feel like people were like his team were manipulating us into paying attention to him, and I didn't like that. So I was just like trying to purposely stay far away from it, and he like kept throwing it on. He's like, "Oh no, that's your favorite. That's your favorite." It's like, bro, leave me alone.
And we just
But
followed suit.
Yeah, we just
uh,
followed suit as per Kai.
Right. We don't even know what was the background story to this. All we know is that Kai started tagging you in Lil Nas stuff. And we just started tagging you along with it. We're just like, okay, this is a fun game.
Right. So that fifth
I think
spot,
for my,
are you putting yourself?
I mean, I feel like I shouldn't even go on the list out of respect for the other rappers because like I'm just so amazing that like it's
Oh,
no way anybody would surpass me.
Oh my God. Well, I'm so glad you extended them that courtesy.
I think the fifth spot I'm gonna have to put Rick Ross.
I love that. I love that selection. I love that
that's
selection.
so random, but I actually agree with that selection completely.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we done jammed to
Especially with
some
Drake
Ricky
being
Rose,
up there.
honey.
What about you guys though? I want to hear some top fives too.
Well, first of all, let's sizzle down because you're not the host. Second, we're not gonna go over the fact that you just said that you was granting other rappers grace and not ask for.
Hey,
Just give us a little 16. Can you give us some bars?
Oh, now you got to pay for that, cuz come on now.
we gotta pay for everything. We gotta pay for you to dance. We gotta pay for you to. That's crazy.
What Fat Joe said, the price went up.
Oh my.
Yesterday's price is not
Is not
today's
today's
price.
price. All right, so the price then went up on Darrell Evans III rapping
For sure.
for
I
sure.
There should be some sort of like loyalty program since we've known you for a while. I feel like there should be some sort of discount. But whatever, if the price went up, it went up. Okay. Personal space.
Also, didn't you get your start with us? Weren't you the Shade and Champagne intern when we were doing the YouTube videos?
Hey,
Let me stop.
we taking it back. Humble beginnings.
Right, that was
Facts.
the Brooklyn. Was it the Brooklyn episode?
Yeah,
I
we
think it
went to
was.
the cause exhibit.
Oh, right, the cause exhibit. It was at the Brooklyn Museum.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, you're right. You're right. I was thinking about the second time that we hung out. We started in Brooklyn and ended up in Manhattan.
Oh, right.
Oh, we
Hmm.
went to bum ass Rebel Cafe. It's terrible.
Yeah, the food, terrible food, terrible food. Okay, but speaking of Brooklyn, right? So as a Brooklynite, what are
Wait,
the
before we
top three
continue, I
things?
want to get y'all top five. I need y'all top five.
Top five is such a hard question because it's just like, okay, I can't do a live to be honest because I'm not that up to date in the genre because I honestly I I don't have time to listen to the radio, so I'm not really up on what's new until it like
So the
comes on
truth of what you know.
my stream. So I'm gonna have to do Dead or Alive. Although I had like so much respect for focusing on living artists. You know that's one of our taglines for like Heart Con by the Culture Candy. Like we really
For
want to
sure.
pay ode to living artists. But y'all know how I feel about Biggie.
The GOAT.
Right. Y'all know this ringtone and all of this and all of that.
Oh, yes.
It's just such a hard question. Okay, so there's Biggie. Um, I I would give I guess Jay-Z his flowers, right? Who else is getting their flowers?
She's staying
I don't
in
want.
the boroughs.
Can we put Shensia on there?
Yeah, she technically is. I mean, she's a dancehall slash rapper, so yeah.
She's a dancehall rapper. I mean, I don't want to say that what she's done lately is okay, but her overall talent and ability
Yeah.
could really get her there. Um, I got what, two more? Crystal, you want to fill in the last two?
I'm definitely putting Drake on there. I know it sounds
Okay,
big.
Drake.
Um, and I know this also sounds basic, but I love me some Pop Smoke. I wish that he was alive longer so we
Pop
could,
R.I.P.
Smoke,
Woo.
Daddy.
yeah, like
Okay.
there is not one song in his album, even after death, that I did not like. Like, I would
I
definitely go
respect
with
that.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my last top two. I don't have a top five because, as everyone knows, I listen to soca more than I do with hip hop.
Facts.
But yeah, that would definitely be on my list of hip hop people.
All right, so we're going to bring it back to Brooklyn now, right? So as a Brooklynite, what are the top three things that you would recommend someone to do in Brooklyn?
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good one. Top three things to do in Brooklyn. Okay, so top three is crazy. Let me see. I feel like as Okay, it depends on the vibe. Like, okay, so like my personal favorite thing to do, like, um, hit up Dumbo and go get a slice. Well, not slice because they don't do slices, but go eat some pizza at Grimaldi's, drink some nice wine. They have this one wine in particular, Terodoro, that I really recommend. It's a white. Um, Outside of Dumbo, I would say I'll probably just do food spots because I'll be greedy. So you could hit up Williamsburg where they have like a billion and one food spots, but in particular, sushi, fushimi, amazing, amazing, and the ambiance is crazy too. Like you can do your birthday there, you can do like a nice date there. Like it's a really versatile spot. And for the last one, let me see, where else do I? Oh, this is so hard. Mm. The last one, I'll be basic and just say you can go to Prospect and do Smorgasburg on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Those are
Okay.
decent options. Fushimi for sure.
Right.
There's so many restaurants in Brooklyn now, though. Like, it's crazy.
No, it's like low key overwhelming. And I know
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
very overwhelming.
I know I'm gonna get off this interview and be like, dang, I should have said this, that, and the fourth. Oh wait, actually,
Exactly.
yo, I got to shout out my son Jenny because Sake Toomey, it's in Brooklyn Heights. Like, and that's the homie. She be holding me down, so I definitely got to shout them out. If y'all ever in Brooklyn Heights, check out Sake Toomey. It's sushi also.
Okay, dope. Okay.
I guess it would be a really difficult question to ask because you kind of already struggled on like what would be your favorite spot, but what is your favorite spot in Brooklyn? Like your top number one favorite spot to eat at?
Right. I just paused on asking that because I was like, he not gonna be able to answer
Now
this.
we need to add a little bit more pressure to this. We want to know.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord Jesus Christ.
You can even base it off of what you're craving today. Like, where are you going to be eating at today? And don't say your kitchen.
Don't say the diner either.
Yo, what the heck? Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna keep it funky. Like, I feel like what I'm in the mood for today is like definitely best eye fish fry.
Mm,
Okay, okay.
Give me some catfish, some macaroni and cheese. Probably go with
Mm,
some collard greens.
that sounds
okay.
Busting
fire.
it down.
That sounds fire as
Soul
hell.
Food Sundays.
I did ask this on our last episode, but now I'm very curious. So, as everybody knows, I have a deep interest in the sociological aspects of prison. And
Oh,
I
God.
want to know what your death row meal is. Like, you're on death row, they're granting you your last meal. What does your meal consist of?
Why y'all keep trying to make me think about food? um,
I mean, it's afternoon, so you might as well start thinking now.
Right.
and now I'm thinking of all those spots that I didn't name. I'm like, damn, I should have said this one. But no, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I don't want nobody in my spot. Like, go to your own spot.
Personal space.
But
This is personal
exactly,
space.
exactly, on brand, on brand. But my death row meal, my last meal ever, I would probably have to do like probably like wings and macaroni and cheese, low key. Just keep it like
Darrell
at
Evans,
home.
see, your
Keep it
last meal on
my
earth.
last meal.
Keep
I'm gonna
keeping it
be all.
simple.
Like I'm ready to go because I know I'm gonna die. So I was like, all right, like I'm here now.
So you're gonna deprive yourself your last meal? Okay,
I'm
there's
not. I'm
no
not. I'm not
appetizer, no
depriving myself.
dessert.
Oh, we doing all of that? All right.
Yeah, this is your last meal.
Great.
All right. So I would probably just go crazy with the dairy then, since it's my last meal. I don't got to worry about it. So then I was like, appetizers. We gonna do some mozzarella sticks. Then
Damn.
I'm gonna do some like I already said the macaroni and the wings, but like I need like garlic wings or something like buffalo. I can't just have like regular dry ass wings. Um, and then for dessert, I'm gonna like finish everything off with some cookies and cream ice cream.
You're gonna go out with a bang. So
for
when they
sure.
inject you the next day and your body gives out, you're gonna give them a little gift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I had to shit on you niggas one last time.
Right. So there's a couple things we like to ask when we close out an episode. One of them being, what is your favorite drink? What's your drink of choice?
Oh, I definitely love wine, but like if I'm going, like the first thing I'm drinking is water. Like
I
I drink
mean,
water
what if
24/7.
it's turned into wine, or so they say,
I'm the same
depending
way. Low
on
key,
person.
everybody calls me a fish. Because the first thing I'm going for is water. When we at the restaurant, they have to refill my glass 7, 8, 9
Facts.
times. It is what it
Facts.
is.
I
I
just,
actually don't drink any like soda or anything. Like the only thing I would drink is ginger ale if like my stomach is messed up or
Same.
something.
say,
But
Hmm.
other than
ginger
that,
ale
it's
is
either
not
water or
soda.
alcohol.
It's medicine.
Facts. It's the nectar of the gods.
Right. And what's your boozy drink of choice?
So I'm definitely a cocktail person. So like I like to see whatever cocktail the place I'm going to has, and if not, then I'm definitely going like with a Moscato for sure.
Moscato. That sounds
What's your
good.
choice of liquor though? Like Henny,
Um,
I'm cognac,
we
tequila, vodka.
definitely tequila. We got to get
Okay.
that Don Julio going. You heard?
Okay. I respect
Couple
that.
shots of Dom, and I'm ready to go
Oh,
on the dance floor.
look how y'all.
Right. Get you on a dance floor so someone could record it.
Right. Personal space.
Right. So, okay. So another question that we like to ask is, we're going to give you the opportunity because this is Shade and Champagne. So if you
Okay.
have something shady to say, I want you to tell, this is your venting space. You don't have to be specific. If you just have a little line to drop it.
Tell us something shady.
I mean, I don't really have nothing shady. I feel like it's just like general knowledge. Like once personal space drop, I'm on all you niggas' heads.
Boop. And that's shady in itself because it's just like, watch out. Watch out. It's a nice warning sign. Is I've arrived. This is the moment. So lastly, if do you have any creatives that you want to shout out, and then just let our audience know where they can follow you online?
um, as far as creatives to shout out, um, I would say the first person that comes to mind would, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna have him on the podcast eventually. Shout out my boy Kai, artist with the fro. Um, I don't even think no, that's his Twitter handle. Potassium AI or whatever his Instagram is, but you can follow his Calabash page. I know I forgot. I don't even know like the at of Calabash, but you can find it or whatever. But Kai and Calabash definitely. Um, my boy Bra Nigel. He's an R&B artist. It's at Bra Nigel. That's BRANIGEL. Check out his music. Pure fire, pure fire. I stamp it, and I'm definitely a music connoisseur. Um, who else can I shout out? Let's see. I feel like I'm gonna be blanking on so many people, and I'm gonna feel terrible after this. Um, oh, my homegirl Vonnie, Felt It Fruition. Gotta shout her out at Felt It Fruition. Spell it how you. I'm not gonna spell it out. Spell it for yourself. I can spell, by the way. I just don't feel like it. And let me see if I can shout one more person out. Oh, my boy K Anthony. He's a rapper too. Well, rapper too. Nigel's not a rapper, but K Anthony, he's a rapper. His album just dropped, Pure Fire.
Okay.
And I think that is it. I can't think of anybody else. So if I left you out, I apologize. I'm so sorry.
No,
All
he's
right.
not. I'm kidding.
He's
I
not
am.
that sorry because he said he was gonna be on everybody's head. Let me
Oh,
stop.
I got to shout out my boy Ish River Phoenix. Like it's like 17 R's in the middle of like River Phoenix, but he has a brand as well. So I had to shout him out. I can't forget about him.
Awesome. And which friend of yours made that? It was like a yellow machine gun satchel that was so
That
fire.
that was Ish River Phoenix.
That was
Yeah.
his. Okay, let's
Yep.
make sure we definitely get River Phoenix involved because
For sure.
I'm impressed. Okay,
For
awesome.
sure.
And what about your own handle?
On Instagram at Darrell Adam Evans III. Well, so Darrell Adam Evans I. And then you can follow Personal Space at Personal Space NYC.
Awesome. All right. So,
Perfect.
right. This concludes Personal Space, Season 1, Episode 2 of Shade and Champagne. Darrell, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes,
Thank you
thank you
guys for
for
the opportunity.